As I continue this thought about, what is it about our past that we want to, go back to resurrect. The question that I have for us today is what do you mean by going back to the normal? What do we mean when we say, I want things to return to normal? I mean, is it, as I had mentioned earlier, yesterday, is it that, I want us to, go back to ignoring God? Is that part of what we want to go back to? For some of us, is it we simply want to go back to having our Christianity to be, related to or defined by simply getting together on a Sunday morning to worship and to serve and to give and to look at someone eye to eye and say, hey, it was good to have you here. Today, we are being, I don't know if I want to use the word inundated, but, someone from North Star comes to you every day via, digital communication. On weekends, we are worshiping God. And we're encouraging people, hey, if there's a need and you can meet the need, you're going to do that. I mean, aren't we honestly being more of the church today than we were even when we were just simply meeting on weekends? Now, I'm not against us meeting on weekends. As a matter of fact, we've been working really hard at getting the worship center ready to go. We have been thinking through kids ministry. We've been thinking through check-in ministry. We've been thinking through, all the aspects and elements of when we come back together. I'm not against that. I'm actually looking forward to that. But the question that I have for us is how much of our past do we really want to resurrect back into our present and into our future? You see, the church was never designed to be four walls. It just wasn't. The church was always designed to be about people serving a living, breathing God. And so as we think about, what do we want to go back to? I mean, again, the Egyptians, or the Israelites, they wanted to go back to Egypt. They wanted to go back to Egypt. They wanted to go back to Egypt. It reminds me of that old Keith Green song, So You Want to Go Back to Egypt. And yet, and what was in Egypt? It was hard labor. It was making bricks. It was being abused. It was all those things. And yet Israel wanted so bad to go back to Egypt because abuse is all that they knew. For some of us, it's like, here's what my life consists of. It consists of work. It consists of, running myself ragged between all the things my kids are involved in. It's about, just falling in bed at night, being exhausted. And right now, for many of us, we're not doing that. Or if we're doing that, it's, for many of us, again, not the ones who are, essential personnel, but for many of us, we're making ourselves busy. And yet God, I believe, is in the process, and we're going to talk about that in a little while. Actually, on the Thursday broadcast. But God has given us an opportunity to do a reset. And so when we think about, Governor Hogan, relaxing the requirements for, social distancing and, mask wearing and all those things, when that day happens, we're back in Major League Baseball as an option, and are you ready for some football? In a few months, it's happening, and we're able to go to restaurants again. Here's the thing that I don't want us to do. I don't want us to go back to being so busy that we forget about the God of the universe who simply wants to spend time with us.